Hello my friends. Um, in this short video I want to show something that most people they experience this thing but they cannot explain why does this thing happen. So what I'm trying to tell you is that when you go into a place where you listen to very loud music and you have that punch in your chest or your stomach from the bass, and I don't know if you have had this possibility of checking how a loudspeaker acts when he is at its maximum power. And to give you this example, I'm using a very small loudspeaker, which is HK Harman Kardon. It is 28 watts 4 ohms. So basically, this is childish. This is a childish subwoofer compared to the ones that they use in discos or in large stages or in large places. But nevertheless, this gives the idea pretty well. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to play some music and you're going to see how this loudspeaker acts. So what you're seeing right now is that the loudspeaker, when it has bass, it moves so fast and so hard, and it pushes the air in such a huge pressure, and this brings that punch in your stomach or in your chest. So I'm going to use this USB drive to tell you what it does, so how much power this 4.5-inch loudspeaker produces. So have a look. So imagine all this air that this small loudspeaker pushes up and backwards or upwards, so from the front part, from the backward. Imagine all these frequencies, all these masses of air are spread around, and this is what causes that huge pressure in your ears or your chest and stomach. So if the DJ or the technician, the sound technician guy, is an expert, then he is going to make it like to look it has a good and powerful bass or high frequencies, but they are not going to make you feel sick. But if they just put some amplifiers and put some powerful loudspeakers and they just turn up the volume, then you're going to have some serious problems with your hearing. You're going to get very dizzy, you're going to lose your concentration. So, or maybe the next day you're going to feel like a train crashed you. So imagine all these things come from this guy. Okay, so can you imagine that? Can you imagine the amount of air that this tiny loudspeaker produces? So as I said, this is just a 20-watt loudspeaker, but imagine those who use loudspeakers that are 1000 watts, or loudspeakers that are big, like 18-inch or 21 inches. They're very powerful, 1500 watts. Or so have a look, have a look, have a look. So what this loudspeaker is doing is just pushing air. It is just pushing air outside. And this is without a box right now, but if it had a box, a wooden box, the sound was going to be amplified like 10 times more, and the bass was going to be extremely much bigger than this. So this is basically why you get really dizzy when you go to discos or when you go to places where they play very loud music, just because of this. Okay guys, thank you. This was just to give you an example. Have a great time.